What's up, YouTube? In this ARMA video, we're going to talk about logistics or supply running, whatever you want to call it. Just want to interrupt the video quickly. If you want to ask questions or hang out, come check the stream. We're live on twitch.tv/AZUK. We're playing a lot of ARMA, and I mean a lot. Now, when you're playing on ARMA Reforger, we're playing on the W.C.S servers, the worst case scenario servers. They've got a cluster for EU servers, NA servers, and they're nothing but fun shenanigans with a great community and some amazing experiences. I'd highly recommend. Now, if you're pretty new to ARMA and you are pretty unsure what to do, we do have a video that gets you kitted up and kind of helps you speed up the first 20 minutes of ARMA Reforger. The first 20 minutes can be kind of overwhelming, but once you get that out of the way, everything else kind of gels together and you kind of get a basic understanding. To reiterate, in the last video, we said the base objective, the main objective of this round or this game is to capture 5 out of 6 of these capture points, the ones with the pink names. Now, as you can see, we are on the Russian team. The Russians have red color, and then the US or NATO have blue colors. Now, you can see that we do have the floodgate, and we have a little symbol on the top of it. What we'll do is we'll load up a van of supplies, we'll get over to the floodgate, and we will go into a bit more detail of what the supplies can do, how they can help your team, and you know, it helps you rank up too. So let's go ahead over to floodgate and we'll crack on. Before going to the floodgate, I've grabbed a supply vehicle. I'm going to load it up full of supplies, and then we'll drive on down to the base that we need to go. Just as a side note, we are going to take the supply truck that we've spawned in and loaded with the supplies. However, you can take other vehicles, but every vehicle can only hold a certain amount of supplies. The transport trucks are definitely the ones to go for, though, as they can hold 1,200 supplies. Once you get to the point that you need to be, you can park up next to this tent that holds the supplies, get on out, head to the back of the truck. There's 2 ways of doing this. You can either hover over the boot space or where the cargo is, go down, and you can unload 100 at a time. Or you can go over to this sign and you can drag and hold the supplies to go over, and all the supplies are there. Now the world is your oyster. You can build. Now there's quite a few things that you can build, but let's just go into a few of them. If you remember at the start, we did say that we have this icon here. Now this means that there is no radio relay antenna built. So the first thing we're going to do is build an antenna. Once you select what you need, you can hold shift to turn it around however you see fit. I'm just going to place it there. Okay, so we've built the radio relay station. What this means is this can now make our radios go further across the battlefield. As you can see, we have built the radio antenna, but the sign is still there. This is just a bug at the moment. The WCS devs are aware of this, and they have informed me that this is currently being worked on and will be fixed soon. However, once the radio antenna is up, this symbol will disappear, and this will say that the base is also connected to the home base. So once that symbol disappears, you will then be able to spawn on these areas. Building the relay station also allows you to get XP for defending the base. So if you're here over an extended amount of time, you will get XP ticking just for being in the base. As you can see here, we have a cap of 500 supplies, but the more you build on this base, the more supplies this base can hold. That way you can kind of make this into a super fob, and the more supplies you have means the more people can spawn there. People can spawn on these bases. You just need to have the right amount of supplies for them. And what you've got to bear in mind is everyone has a different cost of supplies regarding their loadout. So this is a pretty standard FOB, you know, design. Obviously, you can lay it out however you want. But we've got a radio relay station, which allows our radios to work over longer ranges. We have a resupply point allowing people to rekit or, you know, preferably grab a few items rather than try and create a new kit over and over again, because that is going to cost supplies. Now, as we've built up, we do now have more supplies able to put here. So we did have 500. Now we have 8,000. So we can keep running supplies. But as you can see, you can get more things. Like you can get the vehicle maintenance, light vehicle, field hospital, heavy vehicles, a helipad, some floodlights. You can then get bunkers and defensive positions with sandbags. You can get checkpoints. You can get roadblocks. If you wanted to make the base really big and stretch it out, you can do that as long as these are placed. The center of the thing you're placing is actually within the center of the circle. I'm just going to try this here just to show you. You don't necessarily have to go to the center of these things. So as you can see right here, I do not have a build icon. But if you go into the center of the actual building, once you have built certain places like this, you can also see that you have these signs. And this is also a supply stockpile. So you don't always have to go to the command tent. Once you've built up items like this, also including the helipad, you can park your truck here and you can unload here as well, making it a little bit easier, especially if things are getting pretty hot in the area or if it's pretty contested or really busy. This is the base idea. Now, you don't have to do this alone, of course. There could be a squad of you that do this. You all run 4 supply trucks or 3 or 4 supply trucks, maybe with some armored support. And this massively helps how the team or how the dynamic of the battle goes. As you can see on this example, we do have a dam here. So if we could put a roadblock in front of this, or we could set up some things to slow the enemy down coming this way. Now, as you see here, I have built a few items allowing us to better defend this area. So as you can see, we have some bunkers, we have some sandbags with some holes in so you can peek through. Got some more sandbags here so you can jump up onto the sandbags and peek over. And that pretty much sums up logistics or supply run-in. You're able to bring some supplies to your FOB to either allow for people to spawn in and have reinforcements further up in the battlefield. You can then use supplies to build other buildings, to get vehicles, to get ammo, to refuel your vehicles. You can get field hospitals to be able to heal your teammates and allow them to get back up rather than respawning. You can build defensive positions. Not saying you have to do this all the time. I'm not telling you, yes, this is all you have to do and this is what you have to do. There's going to be a lot of people that probably say this, but if you want to play supplies and you want to run logistics, it does massively help out your team. But that doesn't mean you can run some supplies, get a base built up, and then once the base is built up or to the point that you're happy and you're satisfied, then you can then go and attack another place. The more fortified the base is, the more things that have been built within the circle of the base, the longer the base also takes to be captured. So it's a pretty simple video. It's a pretty easy one. A lot of people don't really know the importance of supplies and logistics within ARMA, but now you know. Now you know, fill up a supply truck, fill up a vehicle, and as you go past the base, you can drop off the supplies. You get XP for dropping off the supplies as well, so it can help further your rank. But hopefully this basic logistics video has helped you. If you're still confused or unsure about something within the ARMA experience, please let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you on the battlefield.